What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Panels on Pages. My name is Dalibor, and today we're talking about DC Fandome. It was dope. It was really dope. It was so cool. I took all these notes. Do you see the notes? I took a lot of notes. I want to run down just like my thoughts on all of these things. It literally happened today, so it's all fresh in my mind. I didn't want to wait for this. These are my thoughts on DC Fandome and all the announcements. Well, not all of them. Let me rephrase that. Some of the announcements. Some things I'm going to skip just because I didn't think there was anything special about the announcements. For instance, like Season 4 of Young Justice, Season 4 of Doom Patrol. Like, those are cool. That's like the next thing that's coming. There's not like an added air of excitement about those specific things. It's just the fact that they're happening, and it's good. We want them to keep happening. That's kind of all there is to that. So right at the top there, Black Adam. The Black Adam little sneak peek looks dope. I appreciate that. That's apparently like the beginning, right when Black Adam is first introduced, and he aces a guy right away. And that, to me, that sets a really good tone, and I'm sold. I don't need to see another trailer. We can actually just leave it at that and not release another trailer. Just let me know when it's coming out, and I'm gonna go see it. Which is ironic because I wasn't gonna go see any DC films, but I am gonna go see that one. The problem is, the problem that I'm having is that we've talked about this previously, Hottest and I, on the Tangents podcast. And DC's film division certainly does not seem to have any sort of direction. So it's hard for me to like give a fuck about a universe that is not going to finish its stories. Because like, we know Darkseid said, all right, I'll fucking do it myself. I'm coming, bitch. And he's not, because Snyder's never going to make another movie with DC. So we're never going to get Justice League Part 2 where Darkseid shows up. And from what I understand, Shazam, and by transitive property, Black Adam, takes place in that same universe. So hard to give a fuck. However, I think Flashpoint might clear some things up, so I'm still like semi on board. Certain things that I'm really excited about, definitely want to go see in theaters, such as Black Adam. They did the Aquaman cartoon. Like, the movie looks great. The movie, I mean, it was just like, oh, they're doing a sequel, bigger, better, more shit, more action. Cool. That's like what I expect. That's what I want from a second movie. I have weird feelings about what's-her-face being in it, because it's one of those, like, parasocial things, right? From what I understand, she was also an abuser, but it's like, okay, if she was also abused, like, it becomes very, very complicated and nuanced and not my fucking business in reality. So it's kind of one of those, like, we didn't cancel her, but like, she admitted to being an abuser, which is weird. Like, I don't know. Nonetheless, not relevant to this video. But the cartoon looks stupid, honestly. I don't know who that's targeting. I don't know who that's for. I don't know the audience that it's for. I was like, oh, this is stupid. This is stupid. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it looks, when they announced that like weird Thundercats cartoon a while back, I was like, that looks ridiculous. This looks worse somehow. This looks somehow worse. That's all I've got to say on it. Can't wait for fucking Milestone to continue. They're going to do season 2. That's fantastic. Milestone Compendium. I literally already messaged my guy at the comic shop. I was like, hey, when you're able to order that Milestone Compendium, hook me the fuck up. That's volume 1. If I'm correct on like quantities, and let's make sure people buy them shits. If they keep doing them to collect the entire run of the original series, I think there would be 4 volumes in total. They're definitely not. It's weird because it's like 1,000 pages, but it's paperback. So I'm like, it's strange that it's not hardcover. Like, I guess I really would have expected a hardcover, but nonetheless. The Static movie, super hyped. Like, super hyped on that. I loved the Static Shock cartoon. I was really mad that the New 52 Static run was like 8 issues. I was like, what the fuck happened? I mean, obviously we know what happened, but like, it sucks. Like, I guess I would have wanted somebody else to continue it if possible, but nonetheless. The Milestone animated feature, and I literally almost peed myself when they said that. I was like, oh shit, Milestone animated feature. Like, what? Yes! Because that was my first introduction to the Dakotaverse. That was my, like, animated content from that universe was like my like first hit, you know? Damn it, why is it so easy to make drug references? Don't do drugs, kids. I don't do drugs. Except for comics. But it's written by Brandon fucking Thomas, who I know. I personally met this dude. He came to one of the comic shops that used to be around here. Well, technically, it's still my comic shop. It was like 3 owners and evolutions ago. It was like a Digimon, what the fuck? But no, Brandon Thomas came out. He like gave me all this fucking hot shit dish on fucking, what the fuck's his name? Rob Liefeld. He's like, yeah, Rob gives you like a paragraph and then you got to make a 22-page comic out of it. And you're the scripter. And I was like, can we burn this motherfucker to the ground, please? But yeah, I have over that way, I have a signed Brandon Thomas comic book, which I'm really proud of now, even more so because he's doing this fucking movie. I'm super excited for it. Peacemaker looks good. Looks funny. Like, looks pretty fucking funny. Superman and Lois season 2, like, good. I've seen the first 2 or 3 episodes of the first season. I liked it so far. They did give like a big reveal kind of during the thing, but like, not that big a deal for me. Like, I'm still gonna watch it, so we're gonna see what happens. Supergirl final season. I really want to catch up on that. That show I felt was probably the best representation we've gotten of Superman in a really long time. Just like the Superman ideals, the like positivity and like being a good person with just like, I don't know, just some of the certain basic shit. It got very preachy at times, but there were some really good moments that kind of made up for it. So I think we're in a era of writing that is overtly nuanced as opposed to just nuanced. Like, you can't write something without like spoon feeding the lesson to the fucking audience, and that bothers me. And that's like what a lot of Supergirl was, unfortunately. What else we got here? Stargirl was cool, although I'm not sure why they lumped her into the Superman family of shows. I wasn't really sure what the fuck that was about, because Starman, Stargirl, that whole thing like has, in fact, the JSA has very little to do with Superman in total. So like, to say that it's part of the Superman family, I thought it was weird. What is it? Oh, My Adventures of Superman, a little anime. I think it's an animated series that they're developing. Even if it's a movie, I like it. It's like an anime style. Looks interesting. Obviously, they didn't show any visuals. They just showed some of the like pictures of the characters, which look good. Like, honestly, it looks good. It makes me remember it's kind of like a mix of like anime, like proper anime, Japanese anime, as well as like some American styling worked into that. So like it kind of really works for me as far as a concept. Then we have the new slogan, right? Superman's slogan used to be truth, justice, and the American way, which I always thought was pretty nationalistic for a character that was designed as sort of a response to nationalism. That thought was weird. But I like never thought about it too much, but they said his new slogan is truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. Anybody that's whining about that change, you're the fucking problem. I'm just gonna leave it at that. League of Super Pets looks funny as shit, but it's hard to not have a funny show when you have, granted though, the writing looks good. So like, you could have definitely paired a shitty writer with the voices of Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, and you could have ended up with a shitty show, but it looks funny as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks like teen plus, so I'm actually really weirdly excited about it. When they announced League of Super Pets, I was like, who the fuck cares? But then I saw the trailer and I was like, fuck, I do. Flash, oh my goodness, the Flash teaser was huge, fucking huge. Two berries. What the fuck is that about? So like when he goes back and stays in that timeline where she survived, like that berry still grows up and maybe still gets super speed. But that universe is also definitely the Tim Burton Batman universe, and you know, Batman's in it. That Batman. Oh man, I'm so excited. It's the fucking silliness of the comics. Like that's the shit I want to see. That's why like Multiverse of Madness, huge fucking thing for me, because I'm like, yes, fucking yes, multiverse, alternate realities, all of that shit. Give it to me. So for him, because even the little monologue from Batman opens up and he says, you can go to any timeline, any universe. And I was like, oh shit, like we're like just diving fucking balls deep, right? We're just going in for it. We're like, yeah, we're just, this Flash can just fucking hop universes now as he wants to. And which I hope they make a reference to the fucking Crisis moment, because that would be chef's kiss. God damn it, I did it. I did it. I fucking hate doing it. Every time somebody does that and still says it, I was like, why? Why the fuck do you say it if you're doing it? This motion is the chef's kiss. I'm getting sidetracked. The Blue Beetle movie, super fucking hyped. I really fucking liked the Blue Beetle in the comics when he came out. Like I was actually still at the comic shop at the time, and I was like, this is fucking dope. Like armored Blue Beetle, super fucking cool powers. And then when they brought him on to Smallville, I was like, fuck yes, please. And then he was on Young Justice, and like he's just like he's kind of a mainstay. Honestly, when they did Rebirth, and they're like, oh yeah, Ted Kord's back, and I was like, fucking why? Like, the fuck do we need Ted Kord for? Oh, we don't know what to do with Guy Gardner. The fuck am I talking about? Booster Gold. Oh my god, I couldn't remember his name. I bet it was like a editorial, like we don't know what the fuck to do with Booster Gold. You know what would be great if we had a team up book with Ted Kord and fucking Booster Gold, because why the fuck not? And I'm like, you could just let him fucking be dead. He could just be dead. Like, I don't know. We did all these fucking resets. Everybody's always alive. No one's dead. The new Robin. They were talking about the new first Robin. It's weird. She looks so like I took a quick quick peek through the issue. She just shows up on the last page. She's like, oh, it's kind of shitty that you guys that like they had this Robin reunion and not invite the first one. And I was like, the fuck? But she's got a painted white face, which to me kind of signifies that it might be Duella. At which point, is this just another situation where she's like, oh yeah, I like think that I'm a Robin. Kind of like for a while she was like, I'm the Joker's daughter, and then she was like, I'm Two-Face's daughter. So she like couldn't fucking decide on her identity. So I'm thinking maybe it's Duella, but who knows? Who knows? We'll see. It's interesting because we did find out about why can't I think of her real name? Bluebird, but I can't think of her real name, which bothers me because I really like that character. Oh my goodness, that's annoying. Anyway, we found out about Bluebird before she was Bluebird. Damn it, I wish I knew her name. And that she was like his first pick. But he was like, or maybe his second pick or whatever. He was gonna take her in, but he was like, no, like I'm not gonna expose you to that. So he was like super protective of her, but he also took care of her. So then eventually she became Bluebird kind of on her own. So yeah, I don't know. It looks, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. I hope that's at least a 4-issue miniseries, which is on DC Universe. Link below. Maybe affiliate. Who knows? I'll see if I can get an affiliate link. Then we have the Catwoman anime, which pretty much looks like a Catwoman anime would. Just gonna leave it at that. No, it looks good. It was just like, oh shit. It was like 2 seconds into the trailer. It's like, oh, cleavage. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is an anime for sure. This is definitely an anime. Then we have Battle of the Super Sons was announced as a movie upcoming. And it's the DC Animated's first CG movie. And I don't know how I feel about it. Because like that's technically not true since Legion of Super Pets is fucking CG. Nonetheless, although Legion of Super Pets might be a show, not a movie, stupid. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't like. I've kind of liked the fusion style that they've had for the like most recent DC animated films. So like CG, I don't know how I feel about it. DC's Cars, I know they're calling it with the Bat Wheels or whatever, but it's DC's Cars. It's the cars of the DC universe. It's a CG show. The cars go out at night, I guess, on their own. Like it's a DC's Cars. It's a kid's show. Look, no one has original ideas anymore. That's all there is to it. Batgirl, super hyped about Batgirl. They said you're gonna see her in like an all new, like a, what do they say? Like a entirely different Gotham City, which to me means alternate universe, and then which then allows for all sorts of exploration, because then you could potentially have like a cameo or whatever of that universe's Batman. It could be whoever the fuck you want. It could be anybody's Batman, any Batman, or a whole new Batman. It could be a different universe where Commissioner Gordon's a woman. Like there is just so many options and potential in this other universe, because like I said, they flat out said a completely different Gotham City, which to me sounds like different universe. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what I hope it is, because at this point I just don't trust them to have a cohesive, interconnected universe. So like, just say it's multiverse, we're just putting out movies however the fuck we feel like it, and I'm cool with that. And maybe 10 years down the line, you pull in Avengers, and then, I don't know, Flash has to jump through different realities and pull together the squad to defeat Darkseid, because Darkseid's a multiversal villain. So, yeah, I just fucking did it for you. Congratulations. I'll take a 1% cut of the profits. Batman Caped Crusader looks fantastic. The concept sounds fantastic, rather. Bruce Timm, J.J. Abrams? Like fucking J.J. Abrams. All right, cool, I guess. And then I think Matt. I don't know his last name for some reason, because everyone just kept calling him Matt. But the guy that's directing the Batman. But yeah, they're basically saying that we're taking the concepts that we had at the beginning of Batman TAS, and we're just like doubling down on the noir, doubling down on the like grittiness and the adult content. So like, sounds like this might be the best Batman animated series, but I'm gonna reserve my judgment until we see it, because the style is gonna be huge determination for me. Like, enormous determining factor. So the art is gonna be a huge factor for me, for sure. The Shazam sneak peek looked dope. The suits look dope. Everything. I mean, bigger, better, badder. Like, I'm down for it. I like that. I stan Lucy Liu. It just is what it is. I stan Lucy Liu. I have ever since I was a young kid. Ever since I saw her. Like, dude, everyone shits on X vs. Sever. I like that fucking movie. I liked her in the Charlie's Angels movies. Like, I like Lucy Liu as an actress. And when she kind of like faded out of the mainstream, I was salty, but like I have no say in it, right? And then to see her back in shit, to see her in a big budget action adventure, like, I was like, oh, it's Helen Mirren. And then they like go to the next scene and it's like, oh, to have these goddesses come in and we have these great actresses, Lucy Liu. I was like, Lucy fucking Liu? Fuck yes. Fuck yes. Let's go. So like, that's the only reason that's on this list. Otherwise, it would have just been along with all the other shit that's like, all right, cool, bigger, better. Like, it's just like the next thing. That's what we want. Let's do it. But no, like the fact that Lucy Liu is in this movie, I'm super excited. I like the additional, like, oh, they're gonna go to the realm of gods. They're gonna go. They're bringing in like Greek mythological like creatures. Couldn't think of the word creatures. Fuck is wrong with me? So yeah, they're bringing in mythological creatures. They're bringing in the Hydra, not the Hydra. Oh my God, I can't think. Harpies and shit like that. Which, like, if you played God of War, that's the shit. Like you know what harpies are and all that shit. So like I'm down for that. And it's weird because it like as soon as I saw them, it made me like instantly think on this is fucking stupid. This is such an old game. But it's a game. It was a video game called Legendary, in which essentially you open the box, the Pandora's box, and you got these powers, and then like all these fucking creatures were released, and you fought harpies, you fought all sorts of different creatures, griffins, shit like that. So like that's what we're gonna be seeing. Like I'm super psyched about that. So I still gotta finish that game anyway. Young Justice I wasn't going to talk about in a large format, and I'm still not going to, but I do want to bring up one specific thing from the like, it was like something, the adventures which take place on Earth 16. And there was a lot of talk about the multiverse. And I'm just really, really hoping that they're going to start like solidifying these positions on the map. This is the map, if you don't know, it's a map that was created by Grant Morrison, probably I'm right. Grant Morrison during the Multiversity event, I think. But it's the map of the multiverse, and it's been used several times since, and you know things have been moved around and shuffled and kind of like explained away, and not explained away, but explained in more detail. And I'm just really, really hoping, because like the Earth 16 that was in the original map is not the Young Justice Earth 16. It was like basically like 90s. It was basically like if the 90s DC Comics happened in a world where the Justice League like won a bunch of decades ago. So like Superman is like Clark's kid, Batman is Bruce's kid, and like all these other characters like is that dude's name Bloodstone? I feel like it's Bloodstone. But like a bunch of like the 90s heroes and villains. Heroes rather are there, and they're like more celebrities than superheroes because there's not a lot of shit to fight. So it's like, anyway, that was like Earth 16 on the original map when they talked about it. Reference to it. I don't think it was really in a lot of books, besides the one issue. But now she like when she was announcing, she was talking about Young Justice, and she was like on Earth 16, which I really want them. Like I'm a dude who likes like puzzles and the way shit goes and how shit goes together. So for me to see if they were like, hey, this is the official DC map and multiverse map, and this is where the shit is. These are the 52 universes, and like leave a couple blanks like for the new shit they come up later. I'd be cool with that. That would be my favorite shit, because I'd be like, all right, cool, so this is happening on this Earth, this is happening on this Earth. If they were like, all right, cool, Earth 2 comic, and it's, by some fucking miracle, the continuation of the Earth 2 books that were on before Rebirth, I would, first of all, fucking love that. But if they were like, oh, Earth 2, this is Earth 2, and if they were like, we're doing an Earth 2 anime, like animated series, and it was that universe, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to like maintain those positions, and like to say, oh, Harley Quinn takes place on this Earth, and it's like one day we might pluck her, like her and Ivy from that universe, to fight someone on Earth 16, and not for any like, not for just like bullshit reasons, but like pluck them, and then maybe on Earth 16 they can't cuss. So like a lot of shit gets bleeped, because I think she's got a fourth wall thing on Harley Quinn. I haven't seen it yet. But what I'm saying is, if they solidify these positions in the multiverse, I would be over the wall. That would be fantastic for me. Super psyched that they're taking books like, well, first of all, Naomi, they're going to do popular character, recently developed character, black character, obviously. So that they're definitely going to push that. I would say if I don't know her name, but the new Wonder Girl, the third Wonder Girl, if you will, if her show had been greenlit, it might have been, it's hard to tell, like this might have been harder or easier to do, but I also think that her show didn't get greenlit because she literally had only had, I think, 2 issues of comics, and they were trying to fucking sell an entire thing, whereas Naomi had her, I think, 6-issue run, and then she was on Young Justice. She showed up in, now she's in Justice League. Like, she's been around. So when they were like, hey, we're going to do Naomi, I was like, yeah, makes sense. Like, the character is established, people know the name, people have heard about her enough to where if you were to say, hey, here you go, people would be like, fuck yes, let's go. But more so DMZ. DMZ, I've never read, but I've always seen it on shelves, and I've always, like, it's long. It's fucking long. So it's like, I think I like took notice of it when it was like issue like 20. I think it ended up at like 47 fucking issues. So it's like a lot of fucking reading is my point. And at issue 20, I was like, so much fucking reading. And it's not quite my, at the time especially, it really wasn't my like speed. I was very much like superheroes. So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna read this. Which is funny because now both would not stop me. Which is why I'm definitely gonna be checking those out on Infinite, because I'm paying for it. I might as well read shit, right? Speaking of DC, if anyone from fucking somehow, by some magic, if someone from DC hears or sees this, can I get the rest of the fucking Stormwatch series on DC Infinite, please? DCU Infinite, because I really want to fucking read it. I'd really, 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 really like to read it. 5 issues is just not really doing it for me. The series was like 30 some odd fucking issues before it got canceled. Well, before it got replaced. And then that second volume's not on there at all. So, like, somebody has some work to do, is my point. If y'all need someone to, like, reformat the fucking covers, I'll do it for $20 an hour. So, hit me the fuck up. And then, ultimately, the last thing that's on this list, I ended up having to, like, watch the kind of, like, last hour worth separately, because I've been watching for 3 straight hours, and I was like, I better fucking get up at this point. Pennyworth. Pennyworth is moving to fucking HBO Max, which, thank fucking God. I'll be honest, I was not able to get Epics, so I bootlegged the first season. I fucking fell in love with that show. And I don't mean bootlegged, I mean like I found a website where I could watch it. If you are, first of all, I'm going to send out, this is a very true, honest warning. If you are not fucking familiar with how to deal with just like insane amounts of pop-ups and spam, like shit on your screen, don't look for free shit to watch online. Just wait for shit like this to happen and watch Pennyworth on fucking HBO Max in early 2022, okay? Because for me, I've been in this game for a minute. You know what I mean? I've been around. I used to pirate movies on dial-up. Okay? Keep that in mind. I've been in this game for a minute. I know what to do and what not to do. But the point is, now it's easily accessible. I pay for fucking HBO Max, so like, I'm gonna fucking watch. First of all, I'm gonna rewatch the first season because it was fantastic. Oh man, and especially the way it ended. I'm not even gonna say anything about it. Just please watch that fucking show. I'm gonna rewatch the first season because I want my wife to watch it as well. And then I wanna watch the second season. And oh my God, there's like Lucius Fox, season 3, Lucius Fox. And I really want to see where they take this universe, because I'd love to see them like explore this universe further. Like several years down the line, maybe young Bruce Wayne gets born. You know what I mean? That's going to be it for this one. I'm going to cut this off before the recording cuts off. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I'll see you in the next one. I've got a very special episode next time, so please tune in.